Ladies and gentlemen, yes, this is your favorite show, Sports Unfolded, with your favorite hosts, Eric and Ron.
Hey, sports fans! Welcome to the best sports podcast on the planet, Sports Unfolded, where we cover all of the top sports stories that have happened this week. I am your host, Eric. Main man right over there, Ron. How are you?
It's been a day.
Yeah, you're a little bit of a delay here, my friend. So,
all right. Well, we'll try to refresh again.
all right. So with that, obviously we want to thank you for joining us live tonight. If you are live, join us on the chat. Let us know what you're thinking about, what you think about the topics, and what you'd like to talk about. We'd love to hear from you. So, Hugo, thank you for joining. Yeah, I think he's feeling the same way I am, buddy. You still you look like Minecraft a little bit. A little bit of blocking.
Really? It's that.
Yeah. Yep. Yes, sir. But with that, if you join us live, join the chat. Let us know. Hugo already joining. Thank you so much for the support, Hugo. We do. Yeah, he needs to restart. We do appreciate all the support from everyone out there, especially our good friends down in Providence, Rhode Island. Ron will get to that in a minute. We got a lot of technical difficulties going on tonight. I don't know what's going on. Everything's falling apart today. With that, we'd love to talk to you about sports and everything else about it. So hopefully you guys got to see the draft last night. We are going to talk about the NFL draft tonight. We are going to talk about just keep Vrabel, please. We're going to talk about Mike Vrabel tonight, Hugo, and the possibility of the New England Patriots letting him go. So that will be a conversation that I'm sure most people want to tune in for. As well as we've got some really good conversations around the Boston Celtics and is it panic time in Beantown with the return of Joel Embiid and NHL, a little bit of a shocker. Definitely the Ducks taking game 2. So could there be trouble with the Edmonton Oilers and their chances for the postseason? If you're seeing what I'm seeing, Hugo, there's definitely a lot. Quack. Yeah, there's a lot of ducking questions from Mike Vrabel, from his team, from Diana Rossini. We've got some really crazy stuff that we're going to talk about tonight because this story just continues to grow, which is scary. Talking about now maybe since 2020. So this has probably been going on for about 6 years, believe it or not, with Mike Vrabel and Diana Rossini. That's really crazy. Diggs now. Yeah, right. Diggs and what he was doing. Definitely an improvement there, my friend. So that worked. But before we get started with everything else, Ron, if you want to tell the wonderful people about our good friends in Providence, Rhode Island, we'd greatly appreciate that.
Possibly, if you can hear me.
You're perfect now. Now you look good.
All right, tonight's show is brought to you by Sprout Co-working. For all your co-working needs, large or small, visit sproutcoworking.com.
Also want to thank our good friends in Dallas, Georgia, 99.1 WDJY FM. We appreciate the support, putting us on every Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as well as our good friends in Southeast Connecticut, SEC-TV, Public Access Channel 12. Thank you for putting us on every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. We appreciate the support from all of you. And again, our fans that are joining us live, Hugo, amazing support. Thank you so much. I'm sure Manny will join us at some point. Maybe we get a Danny sighting tonight, as well as our big dog there, Kenny, who joined us for the NFL draft. So if you didn't have an opportunity to watch us last night, check out our NFL draft party from the first round yesterday. We covered all 32 picks. But, Ron, with that, we're going to talk a little bit about it tonight as well. So, obviously, the NFL 2026 and the draft has happened in the first round. We're going to talk about some of the winners and losers here with our leadoff story. So, I have 4 winners, 4 losers in this whole process, Ron. I'd love to hear maybe we'll go back and forth on it. So your first loser, a winner. Let's go winners. Let's start positive tonight. Let's start a positive note.
Yeah, my first winner is probably your first winner. That would be the New York Giants.
Yes, sir.
You talking about falling perfectly for a team. I don't know how you could get much better than what they did.
Right.
I mean, the quality of players, where they got them.
Yeah, Arvell Reese at number 5, and then Francis Magoa at number 10. So, again, if you look at securing the offensive line, right, for Jackson Dart, a very good offensive line now in front of them. Neighbors comes back for them, so you get yourself your top flight wide receiver back. Scatterboo will be back as well. So now you start to look at this team, and then
I wonder if they can take first place in that division.
They may be able to. And that defense now, you're going to have 4 to 5 players that you're going to have to deal with every single down, because you're going to see them, rotating these guys in and out. So that'll make them very dangerous.
Absolutely.
Another winner for me, Ron, which I can't believe I'm going to say this, the Cleveland Browns. Spencer Fano, the offensive lineman, again, gives them some security now on that, in the trenches. But then you also look at, they needed playmakers. They need another guy that can honestly start to stretch the field and make defenses play them honest. Casey Concepcion gives them that much-needed offensive threat that they haven't had for a few years.
Yeah, that was a pretty good pick, especially where they get him. And he was one of the last remaining of my potential first round receivers. There was quite a few of them. I believe I had 6 on my big board.
Oh, Ron's big board.
Yeah, and they picked from that.
Is it this big?
Yeah, it was about that big.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, about that big. It's a little big board.
Little big board. I like it.
But they grabbed a first rounder off of my list of receivers. I thought there was quite a few of them that were potential to go, and they did get one of those guys. And for that, you got to commend them to put up some talent, and surround whoever may be the quarterback.
Right. Listen, sometimes you don't. I go back. Trent Dilfer, wins a Super Bowl with a team based on the fact that you had one of the best defenses in the league, right?
Yeah.
You got enough offensive talents to not lose a game. Maybe the Cleveland Browns start to build something. It'd be nice to see them at least be relevant in the NFL.
Yeah, it would. I mean, they've had a defense that's been relevant, but
yeah,
when you're out there on the field the whole entire game, it's really hard to stop anybody consistently.
Yeah. So another winner for you?
I thought about this, and I put the Jets on the winner's side.
I did as well. 3 players in the first round. Yeah. All I feel will have some kind of impact this season.
Absolutely.
David Bailey, defensive end. Kian Sadiq. We talked Sadiq a lot. Now this gives them a guy that matches up very well, creates mismatches more or less for the opposing defense. And then you get late you move back into the first round to get Omar Cooper Jr. at wide receiver. Now you give Garrett Wilson a guy on the other side of him, and you get Sadiq, who you can move around to either a slot or to the outside. this creates some, and you got Brees Hall in this mix.
Right.
This offense all of a sudden went from an
And
offense
Garrett Wilson.
offense you didn't want to go to now all of a sudden you got 3 to 4 playmakers in key spots. And listen, Geno Smith has shown glimpses at times to be a quality quarterback. If he can just be half of what he was 2 years ago, guess what? This Jets team wins probably 7 8 games.
The Seattle Geno was pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, it was impressive the run that I remember when he went in, and he went on a run that was pretty good.
Yeah. So
And
to me, this is
and then they try to bring Pete Carroll tries to bring him in the Raiders uniform, and it didn't go so well. But again, the team was pretty bad.
yeah. So
So
talent.
I mean, you're not going to survive as a quarterback if you have zero talent around you.
We may finally see that. We saw the Buffalo Sabres this year break that playoff drought. Maybe the Jets. I don't know if
It's
this
possible.
year, but it's they're working closer to getting there. So I had one other. So I did have the Giants, Browns, Jets, and I also had the New Orleans Saints. I really liked the pickup of Jordan Tyson, the wide receiver.
Yes.
Tyler Shaw. They believe in this kid that he could be the next good quarterback in this league. Get him a player that can make plays for him.
Flashes, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's had some games where they had no business winning and they won games, but then they lost some pretty bad ones.
Yeah.
But all in all, I mean, your rookie got the experience without getting brutalized. So I think there's a positive feel in New Orleans because they weren't pressing the panic button at the end of the season where the record wasn't really that spectacular. But I think they have something they can build on. I think he's shown that he can be an NFL quarterback and a starter.
Yeah, right. 6-11. Picked up NTN too, so it gives another playmaker there. So I mean, there's some good things happening in New Orleans. Do you have any other winners before we move into the losers?
Well, all in all, I think most of them lost. Like San Francisco, to me, I kind of feel like they won, even though they didn't pick, because they gained so many picks out of what they did.
Yeah, they kept
and they
trading
didn't
out.
really overextend themselves. They just gained a lot of second round capital, and I think they're still going to be able to improve their team the same way if they kept it. So I think getting the picks for them was good.
Last year, this rookie of the year was the second round pick, the linebacker from the Browns, Shia Weiger or whatever his name is.
Right.
So again, you sit back and look at it. There's quality players, and a lot of first round draft picks fall to the second round. So again, there's good players out there.
When I think about them trading down, then I looked at Buffalo. I thought they lost because of trading down. They needed to get a couple of pieces in that first round, and they didn't do it. Yeah.
So you got Buffalo as a little loser. Obviously, my number one loser in this entire draft was the LA Rams. I do not like the pick. I'm not saying that Tyler Simpson might turn out to be the next great quarterback.
Right.
All I'm saying to you is this. A, there was a lot of talk he could have fell into the second round.
Yeah. They didn't have to extend that.
B, you have a team that is legitimately so close to the Super Bowl and being in the Super Bowl that you should get players that immediately impact your team today.
Right. And a lot of the experts out there liked that they took Simpson. And it's like, That's not the problem of taking Simpson. That is not the problem. It's where you were to go
Exactly.
get him.
Drop down then, right? Drop down, get some more capital, and
Right.
then take him in at 20 and get 2 to 3 picks for him.
Right.
That would have made
It
sense
made
too, right?
no sense. And then they're trying to tell us that, oh, they tried to trade, but they couldn't. That's BS, because if they wanted to trade down, there are plenty of teams that were moving picks all
Yeah.
over the place.
Left and right.
There are at least 5 teams that were willing to trade and would have worked with you. They didn't want to. They just overvalued Simpson, and that's a big mistake
Yeah.
because they lost out on some good pieces that they could have used as a wide receiver, and given Stafford either that or an offensive lineman. Like, I mean, he's getting up there in the years.
38
You
years
got to
old.
protect him or give him weapons.
And I will say
Period.
this. The fact that Sean McVay had to go out and say it's Matthew Stafford's team, you created this madness by drafting him in the first round. Or, again, if you really thought he was going to go to maybe Pittsburgh at 21, you could have moved down to 20 and still gotten him. And
right.
At least then it would have made a little more sense to me. So, worst pick to me last night was this one. I'm sure you got some other losers, Ron.
Yeah, and I know people are praising Dallas. Oh my God, look what we got. But let me tell you, Malachi is no Parsons. You had the man, and we kept talking about this. I stressed the fact, if you have the man, why do you trade the man to get the man, but isn't going to be as good as the man you had? I don't understand Dallas fans. You're brainwashed to thinking that this is absolutely genius, and it's not. Look, I like the player they got in Downs, right? I like him. He's a great player. He's easily top 10 out of all the draft picks, easily. But that's okay. You could have drafted him and still had Parsons.
Yeah. I guess.
It's like, I don't understand the logic. Would you rather have Downs and Parsons or Downs and Malachi? I mean, to me, that's an easy answer.
Yeah, without a doubt.
And why did they blame Diggs for all the shortcomings of this defense? You know what I mean? They let him go. I don't understand what Dallas is doing. Yeah. There are clearly problems with communication, and he's alienating a lot of his players, and he's going to do it again. You know this.
Yeah. Weston, if you want, reach out to us through email. Check out our social media platforms. We can definitely look at collabing. I will say this too, Ron. Similar to the Dallas Cowboys, I would say the Kansas City Chiefs. Another loser. They move up, get Mansour Delane, the cornerback, and you sit back, and it's good. It's a very good player. And you're saying, okay, well, they needed a cornerback. Yes, because they got rid of their cornerback in a trade to, again, get a player that hasn't proven that he can play at the level at the NFL where you want him to be.
Right, and we keep hitting on the same problems. Now Kansas City has got the disease.
Yeah, and
which is fine with me. I don't mind at all.
At 29, you get defensive tackle Peter Woods. You still need offensive weapons. You got Patrick Mahomes. And again, you need to – this reminds me so much of what New England did for so many years to Brady, where you just didn't get him players. And then the one year you get him Randy Moss, Wes Welker, right?
Right.
Look at what they did. They broke records. You're asking Patrick Mahomes to do way too much after coming off now an ACL tear and expecting him to just carry this team, because all you did in the first round is go defense.
That second pick that they had should have been an offensive lineman.
No, that's a great question too. Yeah, they are still getting a new stadium, Hugo. So he's asking if KC is getting a new stadium. They are. And think about that too. Like some of these classic stadiums that are no longer going to be around, like that. That was one of
I
them.
mean, how do you not keep Arrowhead?
That was one of them. So yes, yeah, KC going. Ron, another loser for me. The Arizona Cardinals. Listen, I love the player they got. I do.
Yes, right.
Jeremiah Love, I think, was probably the best offensive talent in the draft.
Right.
At 3, when you have so many needs and you know somebody would have moved up for him, without a doubt, I would have backloaded some draft picks. Like you said, think about what San Francisco did and getting all these extra picks.
Yeah.
You could have done that for Arizona and really started to build something.
They should
versus,
have done.
yeah,
should have done.
You're hoping one guy can change your whole franchise now, and that's never happened in the NFL.
And it's not going to be a running back that does it. I mean, if you're banking on, an edge rusher, you're getting that next guy. Okay, I can understand that. But when you're banking on a running back to protect whoever you have starting for you as a quarterback, that is wrong because you don't have a guy that's going to be protected.
On top of it,
you don't have the offensive line to help that.
We've seen this with the Giants. They grabbed Saquon Barkley, and yes, they turned it around quickly. And then 4 years later, they trade him because it's just you can't build on that. And I think that was. Listen, I love the player. So before people like, oh, he's a great player and such an offensive talent. I just don't see. Talent. Listen, he could be like a Marshall Faulk in what the Rams did, but guess what? They had Torrey Holt, they had Isaac Bruce, right? They had a quarterback that could sling it, and Kurt Warner, right? So now you start to look at it and go, Arizona has none of that.
There was another receiver too, and I can't think of who it was.
But none of that. They have none of that. So you're asking him to do something.
They don't have anything.
Who else you have for a loser? Because I got one more.
Let me see. I know who your next one is. I don't know if I feel the same way about that. And I know your next one is probably New England.
No, it isn't. It's the Miami Dolphins, though. Same division.
Oh yeah. That was Proctor, my last one on here.
Yeah. So and then they grabbed cornerback Chris Johnson, both reaches. Both were expected to go late or early second round.
Second round, yeah.
And yet you are seeing, like, think about what they're going through. And then you get Malik Willis, who you just signed, who's an unproven starter, and you get him no offensive talents that are going to help him. Nope. I didn't like anything the Dolphins did.
No, and I'm happy. I'm happy. Let them suck.
I'm happy. Oh, sorry.
Let them suck. Deep down inside, I want Miami to come in last place in the division, because I actually kind of feel bad for the Jets. They get a lot of great players. They just don't get a lot of great leaders.
Hugo didn't like my singing, I guess. But I agree. Listen, we can touch on the New England thing. And again, I write some more articles. And the problem becomes they moved up to a guy that Lomu, however you want to say, Lomu, who is, again, the same kind. There's questions on his strength. There's questions on his physicality. So now you start to look at, they had to make excuses like right tackle. You got an aging right tackle, so maybe he moves to right tackle. This is the backup plan at right tackle. Or again, you got to move Will Campbell to guard. But then you're starting all over again at left tackle.
I understand that, but I'm not as unhappy with it because I think Will Campbell has skill.
I'm not saying he doesn't.
But he was getting toasted in the playoffs.
Ron,
and it's quality teams you're going up against.
Ron, here's my issue. Not only did you give up a draft pick last year now because of that, you gave up a draft pick this year to move up. So Will Campbell cost you 2 picks. if that's how you want to look at it, it's 2 picks.
I mean, yeah, you're right, Eric. I understand.
That's why I didn't like the move. But again,
I understand it.
not the worst, but
my logic is okay. He was seriously getting burnt.
He was fine for 12 games. Postseason. He got hurt. He came back, and then it was the postseason. And now you're playing top-notch teams and some of the best pass rushers in the league.
Right, and I get it.
So, again, we will see on that one.
But I have no problem if they do slide everybody down. I have no problem with that because you still end up with a starter either way. And I mean, it may be better. I don't know if it's going to be better. I don't even know if that's how they're going to use him.
Yeah. But this is what I'm saying.
I mean, he could go to the other side, and that is a possibility.
When you draft a guy in the first round, you should pretty much know where he's going to be.
Right.
And there's more questions than answers.
But, when your coach isn't at the draft.
Well, he was there. He's not going to be there the third day, which is Saturday. But with that round, let's talk some more NFL. Let's talk about the New England Patriots. And this story continues to get worse. So question tonight is, should Mike Vrabel be fired by the New England Patriots? Is it time to move on from Mike Vrabel? And I'd love to start this.
Here's the thing.
Oh, go ahead. I'll let you start.
If you cheat on your wife, are you going to get fired from Home Depot?
Probably not. It depends on if somebody from my company.
However, it isn't going to be easy to get to the players. When you've done that, you can't question the players now. And that's the problem with the head coach position, because you're supposed to lead them. How can you lead them when you're doing these things? And now the story gets uglier when it goes back to 2020.
Yep. So rumor has it that the New England Patriots try to get this story squashed by the New York Post. Murdoch Rudolph is Rupert Murdoch is a very good friend of Robert Kraft, and he asked them not to publish it. And I feel like it's because Mike Vrabel said it wasn't true. So there's your first problem. So I just want a little timeline here. First pictures come out. Arizona resort, they downplay it. Right. Just a couple friends, having blah, blah, blah. Okay, great. So
there's other friends there, but where were
they? You don't see, but okay.
Yeah.
Now you get pictures recently from a New York bar in 2020, which means now 6 years ago this started. Now there's pictures when Mike Vrabel got fired from Tennessee that they were at a casino together in 2024.
Just consoling a friend.
This is where it gets even worse. Diana Rossini's first child is named Michael. So now you start to really question, and the kid's 4, which means it's during this whole time that she and Mike Vrabel were together. I just don't. You start to question credibility. And my thing would be this. Did Mike Vrabel get inside information from her because she was interviewing other teams and getting information from them? That is a question. So now you got to question his credibility. On top of it, this guy really wants to collab with us. On top of it, the owner, if you don't remember, had a similar situation happen down in Miami at a particular massage parlor at one point. And, again, the league tried to railroad him.
But that night, everybody was Patriots.
So do you sit back now and go, can I put this guy in front of the media, in front of the fans, in front of our community, and he can he can wash this away. I don't think he can. I think it's becoming more and more awkward with the more stuff that's coming out. He's already going to miss the third day of the draft on Saturday, where you get a lot of these players that, if you think about what New England's done, is get a lot of starters out of that 4th, 5th, 6th round undrafted guys. He's not even going to be involved in that.
Yeah.
I think this is the biggest mess now. This is bigger than anything else that they've had happen.
When it affects the draft, that's the most important day for every franchise, because that sets in motion the new season, and you got to know where you stand with your team. And right now, I'm not sure that they even know, because you've got to be the leader of that team. Is he going to be? Are the players going to take him seriously now?
You've been doing it for 6 years, bro. That's what they're going to say. You're telling me how to conduct myself?
Right.
6 years, man. You just hit it really well for a while. And guess what? You pissed somebody off, because there's reports now that some of these reporters already knew this was happening years ago. So, again, I just think that to save face for the New England Patriots, this might be the best move to get rid of Mike Vrabel. So I wanted to ask you this question. I wanted to do a mini split decision round. Is it more likely the New England Patriots win the same amount of games, 14, or lose more games than they did last year, 3?
Lose more.
Right? So think about this now. He was the top of the world with New England, because guess what? He brought him to a Super Bowl. He won 14 games. There wasn't this story. So now you want to incorporate this story into a season where you're probably not going to be as good. You're probably not going to, you may make the playoffs. And if you do, guess what? It's probably not going to be as good as it was last season. And everybody's going to just keep talking about this story and what happened. Was he focused? Did this affect the team? Right? This is such a bad story for the New England Patriots. The cheating
schedule is yet?
No, it's not. No. Yeah. But we talk about Spygate. We talk about deflated footballs. This, to me, is a bigger story, because not only are you sitting back and saying, okay, yeah, he cheated. You're right, Ron, right? Most people wouldn't get fired from their jobs. He's the face of the team. He's the reason why the New England Patriots are being talked about again as contenders.
Right. Yeah.
And now you can't even put him in front of the media. You can't put him in front of the media.
It is, depending on how the Patriots start, and that first game is going to be a killer. I would not be surprised if they have to play Seattle. I don't know who they're due to play in what division.
I don't even remember. I think the North. Hold on, I can find that out while you talk. Go ahead.
But you're going to play somebody on the top, right? You could end up playing Seattle or maybe Denver, or even Buffalo game 1, even though usually it's not a division team game in the first week. But it is possible.
They're playing the North, Packers, Vikings, Bears, and Lions.
Right. So if they're playing that division, they're going to play the Bears probably.
And they do face the Seahawks.
Yeah.
They face the Chiefs, the Chargers. It's not going to be an easy schedule.
A cakewalk. I would tend to think that they're going to probably play Seattle game 1 of the season, and that is going to open the season, because how much Robert Kraft likes the first game.
Yeah.
He wants to be the focal point. And let me tell you how the press is going to treat that game. They're going to be all over Vrabel to start. Now, you can squash all that by just firing him. And it looks bad for the Patriots, because now you're just firing, your second coach in 2 years, actually third in 3 years.
Yeah.
And that could be a trend. But, however, if you're going to do it, do you do it now and say, you know what? Mike Tomlin's sitting out there.
Agreed. Who's a proven
Now,
winner.
Mike Tomlin, I know he doesn't have success in the postseason, and I know that. But a lot of that is on Pittsburgh. And I keep saying that they never re-sign anybody. They let them walk, and, they just get, young players to replace those players. They don't really do that in New England. They do spend some money because Robert Kraft likes to win.
He does, and they did it last year, and it got him to the Super Bowl.
And now, if you want to save face, I think that's the option you have. You go with any other coach, it's not going to work. Yeah.
So, again, I don't think we're calling for Mike Vrabel's job, but I think it's eminent that it's probably going to happen. So, we'll have to.
You have to see how the players respond to him now, because I don't think they're going to take him seriously.
Yeah. All right, Ron. Crazy stat time.
Should have made.
There's only one player in NFL history that's going to 5 straight Super Bowls. 5 straight. And that was quarterback Gail Gilbert. Who the hell is that? He was the backup for the Buffalo Bills and then signed with the Chargers, and they lost in 1994 to the San Francisco 49ers, losing all 5 times. So you went to 5 straight and lost all 5. So when you say you have bad luck, we need to talk to Gail Gilbert, because that guy's got some bad luck to get there 5 straight times and lose all 5.
And I thought it was bad for Jim Kelly.
Right? Like, this poor guy went to another one. You're like, oh, I got a shot now. No. And they weren't that close. I think he's only.
Here I am. I thought Jim Kelly held the record.
And Buffalo Bills, honestly, they were only in one of the games. So this guy lost 4 straight blowouts. It wasn't even like it was close. All right, Ron, it is starting 5 time.
That's a good one. All right, let's hope this is right. Yes.
So Raiders had the number 1 pick overall in the NFL draft, taking Fernando Mendoza, quarterback from Indiana. So we said, let's look at all of their first-round draft picks in the history of the organization, and we're going to give you our starting 5. I am first tonight, so I will start us off. 2 honorable mentions, Ron. Khalil Mack, who went to 3 Pro Bowls, 2 All-Pros, and was a Defensive Player of the Year for the Raiders before he went to Chicago and then obviously the Chargers. And Jack Tatum, who went to 3 Pro Bowls and 1 championship. So Jack Tatum made it as my honorable mention.
Yeah, I don't like that. I have 3 honorable mentions.
Whoa! Holy cow, Ron! I love it.
One of them was, thank you. One of them was Khalil Mack.
Okay.
But I also have Terry McDaniel, who went to 5 Pro Bowls, and he had 467 solo tackles. So that was pretty good in 143 games.
Yeah.
So I'll take that, and I also had Ray Guy.
Okay.
The punter.
Yeah.
He did win, well, not win, but 7 Pro Bowls and 3 All-Pro. He's in the Hall of Fame. Now, I don't say that he won the games, but 3 Super Bowls is 3 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
He led the league 3 times in average punts.
Okay. Not bad at all.
Okay. Give him a little respect.
All right. So let's get into our starting 5. At number 5 for me, I have Ray Guy, 7-time Pro Bowler, 3-time All-Pro, 3-time champion, 1,049 punts run for 44,449 yards. That's a lot. 77 yards, his longest punt ever. Dude, that's pretty good. That's 75% of the field. That's damn good. he was one of the greatest punters ever to do it.
Yes, and I agree with that,
So,
but I wasn't
I'm
putting the
putting
punter
I'm
in the
putting
top
him in.
5.
Man deserves his respect.
Yeah, not that much. Not that much.
At number 5 for you?
My number 5 is Chester McLaughlin.
Okay.
Do you remember him?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Defensive tackle,
I
right?
played 90 games for the Raiders. The guy had a whopping total of 1 interception.
Hey. Oh, he wasn't known for it.
No, he
wasn't his
wasn't known
niche.
for that. 10 forced fumbles, 5 fumble recoveries, 39 and a half sacks, and 304 tackles. He's a 4-time Pro Bowler, 1-time All-Pro. I put him in there.
All right. At number 4 for me, Ron, Charles Woodson. 5 Pro Bowls, 1 All-Pro, a Defensive Rookie of the Year, 27 interceptions for the Raiders, 613 tackles, 19 forced fumbles, and 8.5 sacks in his career with the Raiders, but no championship. Kept him at number 4 for me.
Yeah, he was my number 4 as well. So we were right in tune.
Oh boy,
know.
that's scary. We might
So
be
I
in
can
trouble
only
here.
imagine it's going to be the same. Right?
It's going to be the same, you think? All right. So at number 3 for me, I will say this. I didn't realize how big his numbers were. Tim Brown, 9 Pro Bowls with the Raiders, 1,094 receptions,
Yeah,
Ron,
he was
almost
good.
1,100, and 14,934 yards and 100 touchdowns. That's productivity for a first-round pick. Tim Brown, number 3 for me.
Yeah, I did have him at number 3. I thought we were already at number. I thought we were still at 4, but
Okay.
he is my number 3.
We
'Cause
agreed
I
that
didn't,
Charles Woodson.
Write it down here. It's just all scribbles everywhere.
All right.
Yeah, he didn't win a Super Bowl. That's why he is number 3. Those receptions, touchdowns. I mean, he actually has 100 touchdowns because he had
insane.
one as a runner.
Yeah.
So he did get the 100 touchdowns. It would have been nice though to get that receiving touchdown at 100. But
Phenomenal player.
he was a great player. I thought he was awesome.
Yeah.
I liked him as a player.
Yeah.
So,
At number 2, Ron, Marcus Allen.
oh,
Marcus Allen for me, number 2. 5 Pro Bowls, 2 All-Pros, an MVP, 1 championship, was the Super Bowl MVP in that Super Bowl. Rookie of the Year, 8,500 yards rushing with 79 touchdowns, 446 receptions, 18 touchdowns. Remarkable career with the Raiders, but
yeah.
1 championship is the reason he's number 2 for me.
I had to put him higher than 2.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Because I couldn't bring myself to bring a guard to number 1 because I have Gene Upshaw at number 1, and I know the man has 2 Super Bowls and 1 AFL championship, and he went to 7 Pro Bowls and 5 All-Pro, Hall of Famer, but I just couldn't put him above Marcus Allen. I couldn't do it.
Okay. Yeah, and I flipped it. I had Gene Upshaw, 3 championships, 5 All-Pros to me.
I mean, he was great. He was great.
So,
But
I mean, overall,
and I probably should have him there because he does have more Pro Bowls, All-Pros, and championships than Marcus Allen. But
right?
I couldn't do it.
I get it, but I'm going with championships and I'm going with All-Pros. So, the Raiders, yes, Hugo, the Raiders. That was our starting 5 for the Raiders.
Marcus Allen did win an MVP
in the Super Bowl and in the regular season. Yeah, and the Super Bowl in the regular season.
That's my excuse.
Yeah, all right. I like it. All right, Ron. That was a good list.
It was a good list.
Good players.
They've had some good players.
Yeah, they really have. We're going to talk some NBA now. We're going to talk about the Boston Celtics. And is it panic time? Pushing the panic button. The game's tipping off in about 15 minutes. Series is tied 1-1, Ron, with the possibility of Joel Embiid returning.
He's not returning tonight, so stop panicking.
Okay. Should they be worried that the Sixers won? Those Sixers won without him. Is there a graphic for it?
because
Any graphics for this?
it was
Graphics.
astronomically great. Great shooting. I'm trying to find it.
I'm just making sure. Yeah. Okay, there you go. Knicks win the NBA Cup. They do.
Well, we couldn't.
Hey,
we didn't have time to check.
All the time. All right. Go ahead. So don't be nervous.
Look, they shot so well from the 3-point shooting, and it's not where it normally is. It's just one of those things. The Celtics will adjust to that, and they'll put a body on Edgecombe, I'm sure, because he ran amok. 30 and 10 boards. That's a little much.
Okay.
Look, you got to put Hugo out there, not our Hugo.
Yeah, different Hugo.
The Celtics Hugo.
Okay.
You gotta get him in there. He's good defensively. He had one bad game, and you haven't played him since. Like, really?
I think they got to start to worry for one reason only.
I don't think they have to worry.
The longer the series drags out, the more of an opportunity. Embiid does have the ability to make a difference because of his size and what he's able to do. Celtics, is he Portuguese too? I think he is, Hugo. He is Portuguese. So I will say Hugo is Portuguese, and so is Queta.
He might be.
Queta is definitely Portuguese. He's 88 who he's talking about. Queta is definitely Portuguese. My problem would be this. Joel Embiid has played the Boston Celtics 11 times in his career. 26-11 in almost 4 assists per game. You get a 26-11 game from Joel Embiid, you probably lose a game. They had an opportunity to basically close this series out in the next. Today would have been like 3-0, you're done. It doesn't matter if Embiid comes back.
Best of 7 now.
I get that, but what I'm saying is if it was 3-0, I don't feel like Philadelphia can win 4 straight. You're dragging this out to a game 5, game 6. All of a sudden, Joel Embiid comes back game 6. Yeah. You get 26-11, and next thing you know, Edgecombe has another game, and you're in a game 7 again. I just felt like they had the opportunity to blow this team out.
I get it.
And it just – and you were at home. If you were on the road, it would be different.
Why? Because the Celtics don't fall asleep at least once in a playoff series?
They fell asleep during the Knicks last year, and what happened?
I know.
So that's why I say be worried if you're a Celtics fan.
I'm not worried. I think they'll come out, and I think they'll have a great game. And, they'll go up 2-1 in Philly, and all will be right. Okay. If Embiid does come back, you have 3 guys that can play center and put a body on him. Okay. He's brittle.
All right. I mean, he will. Yeah, obviously he's been missing some
time. Put a body on him. Okay. Every time he goes up for a shot, you put a body on him.
And get back to your game 1 strategy of driving to the hole first, and then use the threes versus 3 to drive, because that's usually when the Celtics do better.
Yes.
All right, Ron. Crazy stat time. Crazy stat time. I know you're gonna like this one, because this man, when we talk about GOATs, this was a crazy stat to me. Michael Jordan had more 50-point playoff games in his career, which were 8, than he had under 20-point games, which was 6. He scored more times 50 points than he scored less than 20 in his playoff career. That is crazy to think about, because how many people score 50 points a game, and he did it more times than under 20. So Michael Jordan, GOAT. I thought that was a great stat.
That is a great stat. Yeah, I don't think there was anybody better.
No.
Unless I don't know, Bill Russell. No. They always say that. And you know what gets me? You know what boils my water?
Boils your water. MJ the GOAT.
The fact that all those championships that Bill Russell had, and they say, oh, I didn't play anybody good. Do people realize who was in the league back then?
Yeah, they don't. It doesn't matter.
Like, we had guys like
Grinds your gears. Yeah.
No, not grinds my gears.
Boils his water. Water. We should do a segment like that. Boils your water.
Yeah.
All right, Ron. Let's talk some Major League
Trademark,
Baseball.
by the way. I got a trademark.
Done. Let's talk some Major League Baseball. So the
That's still going.
NL East has been a little bit of an uproar. Which team has been a bigger disappointment in the NL East, Ron? The Mets or the Phillies?
That's easy. The Phillies. I expected the Mets to suck after they lost everybody. People were getting signed left and right away from the Mets. So.
But I disagree with you because the Mets have the second highest payroll in baseball. And we talk about the Dodgers having the most money.
Does that include Bobby?
No. Might. I don't know. But think about it. You sit back and you think about the Mets were predicted to win this division.
Really?
And win 97 games this year.
Hell no.
They've had an 11-game losing streak. Juan Soto's hit 1 home run. Devin Williams, who you pick up as a reliever, has a 10.29 ERA. Like, they're not pitching well. They're not hitting well. But the Phillies at the same time, I agree with you here. 5.12 ERA as a team, 28th overall in Major League Baseball. 29th in batting average, Ron, at 219. Kyle Schwarber is batting 198. He's hit 8 home runs. So you're like, okay, but if you're going to bat 198.
So he got paid this year, too.
He got paid.
Mistaken.
Yes, he did.
So he doesn't have to worry now.
So
he can retire comfortably.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I would say that I think the Mets are a little more of a disappointment, but I didn't expect this from the Phillies either.
Because the Mets, I expected them to be bad. I really did. You know, I don't know who picked them to finish first in that division. That's absurd. When you look at some of the players that they lost through free agency, and, you know, Alonso being one of those guys, you know, Alonso meant more to that team than what people realize.
That's probably the biggest move. I'm glad you brought that up. That is a great point, right? He was the piece. Yeah, he was that piece. He
was the Mets.
Yeah.
And you just kind of dismantled them, you know, and that, to me, that speaks, you know, to how
get rid of the wrong guy.
The situation is.
You got rid of the wrong guy. Yeah.
Right. It's like when the Red Sox got rid of Bogarts. You know, he was the guy that drove the rest of the players. And once you took that out, think about the drop-off from Devers just in itself. When you trade his buddy, then you wonder why Devers was so disgruntled and he was uncooperative. You know, if he was still there, I bet you he probably said, all right, I'll go over to first base.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I'll go.
I don't think he would have.
I think he would.
I don't think that would have mattered. That's my opinion.
I'm just saying. Yeah. You know, it's like you're trading the guy that is the glue.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. That Alonso deal wasn't even thinking about that. How big is that?
To me.
Yeah. How big is that?
Like if you beat out, you know, Washington or Miami, it's still like coming in last.
Yeah.
I
think it
doesn't do
Atlanta's right now, right? The team to beat in that division. But Alonso's only batting .213 with 3 home runs and 20. He has 20 hits, 10 RBI. So he's not tearing it up with the. So it might not have been a good move for him either. You know.
Well, he misses New York. He loved it.
Right. So kind of crazy. Speaking of crazy, Ron, you ready for your crazy stat?
I cannot wait.
In 2008, CC Sabathia had the most shutouts in Major League Baseball for both leagues. So he led the league with 2 shutouts for the Cleveland Indians and then got traded to the Milwaukee Brewers and had 3 shutouts. Only player to ever lead the league in both leagues in shutouts in the same year.
Yeah. Because he was the only guy that was like
Right,
going the
Sarah,
distance in
that
games.
is crazy, though. Like both leagues, dude. You went to
And
two
when he
different
went
leagues.
to Milwaukee, he was tearing it up.
He was
Like he was just
Oh, he was
unhittable.
such a good pitcher. Ron, before we move on to split decisions, can you tell everybody out there about our wonderful friends in Providence, Rhode Island, and that almost new website?
The almost new.
Almost new, semi-new.
Almost new. Absolutely, Eric. Why won't it work? Okay. Tonight's show is brought to you by the almost new 990 WBOB radio page, offering links to your favorite Providence shows, including this one, Sports Unfolded, and the Bryant Bulldog Sports Hour.
All right.
Almost new. Almost new.
Almost new, and our good friends there in Dallas, Georgia. WDJY FM 99.1. Thank you for the support, as well as our good friends. SEC TV, Public Access. Thank you for your support as well. Right? The numbers coming out of WDJY, pretty remarkable for Sports Unfolded. 21,000 listeners on the radio. That's pretty incredible, as well as 6,000 on their internet page. So we really appreciate it. That's 27,000 listeners. Become a sponsor, Sports Unfolded.
28.
If you do all the math, I'm not
and
a math
200.
All right, the math guy over here. But I will say that is a lot of eyes in the ears. Get some ads like Hugo got right now from Twitch. Get on the sponsorship for Sports Unfolded. You will have your business grow and help us grow as well. All right, Ron, it is split decision time. Tonight, we always have fun with this. Split decisions. We ask each other two more likely questions, and we got to make a decision. I am first tonight, Ron, so your first split decision.
You can ask us, too.
If you have one out there and you want to ask a split decision, absolutely. So, which category is Houston Astros' Yordan Alvarez more likely to finish first in? Batting average, which he has a .347 batting average, first in Major League Baseball. 11 home runs, which he's first in. 26 RBIs, which he is first in. Or hits, he has 33, which he is second in, only one behind the leader. Which one is he more likely to finish at least first in?
And Houston is in what, last place?
It doesn't matter what. It's all about him. He's there.
I'm going to say batting average.
347. I think he's up by like 4 points. So, okay.
I'm going to say batting average. I don't think the home run numbers will hold up.
Okay. It's fair. It's fair. I think, he's only one up on second place. Okay. All right. So batting average. Alvarez will be your batting average leader. This guy's collabing up left and right. Email, Weston. Your first split decision, Ron.
Yes, I was just debating whether or not I was going to respond to the collab. All right. We've already done basketball, right? So I'll do that one first. What team is more likely facing a first round upset exit?
Okay.
San Antonio Spurs.
Mm-hmm.
With the Wemby thing going
against
on?
Portland, yep.
Denver Nuggets?
Minnesota.
Down 2-1?
Mm-hmm.
Or the New York Knicks, also down 2-1?
This is a real tough one. I think the Spurs win. I do. So I'm going to take them out of the equation because I like Portland. I just don't think they're good enough. So I'm going to go Spurs. They can win that series. Denver, to me, looks old the last two games against Minnesota. And I feel like and I said this, we sit back and forget the Timberwolves have been to the Western Conference Finals the last 2 years. They know how to win to that point. They just haven't been able to get over the hump. I like the Atlanta story. I think it's a great story. I think the Knicks are just kind of giving them some life here. But I feel like the Knicks have enough to still win that series. I think they're going to make it interesting and probably go 7. So I think the Knicks win. So I'm going to go Minnesota defeating Denver. So I feel like Denver is more likely to lose that series because I feel like Minnesota has an energy right now that
Didn't
Denver
they lose to them last year?
They did.
They were up, I believe, 3-0, and then
Yeah.
they lost 4 straight.
So I'm going Denver. More likely to
Alrighty.
lose. More likely to lose.
Alrighty.
Go wild, LOL. All right, Ron, your second split decision. It's funny because I'm NHL side of it. Which team that is down 0-3 is more likely to force at least a game 7? The Los Angeles Kings, who are facing the Avs, the Ottawa Senators, who are facing the Canes, or the Pittsburgh Penguins, who are facing the Flyers? Who's more likely to come back and win 3 straight,
All
to
right.
at least, not to win the series, but at least force a game 7?
All right. Now, with all due respect to Danny and his LA Kings, they don't have a chance. It's a sweep.
Okay.
That's happening. So say goodbye to Kopitar. Have a nice
Out.
life, Kopitar.
At
Great
least
career.
2 teams.
Great career. Now, you have Pittsburgh and Ottawa that are completely 2 teams that are going in opposite directions. Pittsburgh is a little older, and I'm sorry, they have Skinner as a goaltender. I have a little more confidence in Linus Ullmark. Not much, because he absolutely usually sucks in the playoffs. We know this offhand, being in Boston. So I would say Ottawa has the best chance, because if Linus Ullmark plays to his capabilities, they can turn the series around. And if Ottawa actually gets physical.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh, I think, because of having Skinner as a goaltender, ain't happening.
Okay.
Not happening. They're not coming back. Philadelphia's got this.
I don't think anybody gets on it, but again,
yeah, I don't think any of them are coming back.
I could see to your point, at least Ottawa, winning a game or 2 here and making it interesting. Predictions are coming up a little bit later, Hugo. So we will keep you up to date on that.
It is a split decision.
We are in split decisions right now. So more likely questions if you want to ask one. Ron, your second split decision.
It's kind of interesting because it's about along the lines of the same thing. What goalie is most likely to finish the postseason with the best save percentage?
Okay. So not wins. So that means he could still have the best. Okay.
Best save
percentage. Got it.
Alex Lyon for Buffalo, who's at a 969 save percentage right now.
Surprising.
Frederick Anderson, who's at a 964 save percentage for Carolina. Scott Wedgwood, 947. They are your top 3.
Okay.
Now, for shoots and giggles.
It's close enough.
Shoots and giggles. Why not throw Swayman in there with 931, which is
Danny's
really good?
Danny's in the building. I'm not going Swayman because I think Buffalo's starting to figure out how to score against them with a little more ease. And I'm not going. Who's the kid for Buffalo?
Alex Lyon.
No. I don't like this series. I think both teams are just going to keep, game after game, 4 or 5 goals until I don't know. So so that leaves Wedgwood is the Avs, right?
Yeah, Wedgwood is the Avs, and Anderson is the Hurricanes.
Canes. I mean, Avs have a good defense in front of them. I'd probably say Wedgwood. I think even though he's the lowest of the group, right? 9-4.
947.
Yeah. I think Wedgwood, I think he's going to go further. I think it gives him more opportunities. Games tighten up. Defenses tighten up. You see less scoring the further you go in the postseason in the NHL because it's more about defenses and right. You're playing better teams. So I could see Wedgwood honestly starting to do that. But that's a good question, man. Yeah, I think the Buffalo thing, they're going to keep bouncing each other out. Yeah, we know we got Caleb Downs and Malik Lawrence. Yeah, here we go with the Cowboy thing again. I'm not going to get fired up, Danny.
Malachi is not as good as Parsons, period.
All right, Ron. You ready for a crazy stat? Crazy stat time. I don't know. You got like a glaring light on the background. Is there an angel coming through over there?
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you have an angel or something?
Because it's over here. And that doesn't even...
It's like paranormal. You see when you... Hey, there it is.
What is that? How is that even possible? Oh, I know why. Because I have the studio door open.
Oh, okay. All right, crazy stat, Ron.
I'll just move the desk.
There you go. Home teams in the postseason. So if you're the home team in the postseason in the NHL, you predominantly win 56% of your games.
That's not a lot.
If it goes to overtime, you win 49% of the time. So you actually lose more than you win.
Wow.
If it goes to overtime. If it's a closeout game, which means it's a game to win the series, finish the series off, 61% of the time.
Oh,
but if it's an elimination game, 50%. So in an elimination game, as the home team, you have a 50% chance of winning the series. It's crazy. It's crazy to think about. You would think home team, it's automatic. NHL, complete opposite.
It's not, because teams come to play.
Right? It's kind of crazy. Parson ain't with us no more. Who cares?
I know.
From him. Okay.
Because he's better.
You're excited about you're excited about a player who's not as good as the player you had and could have kept, Danny, is the point we're trying to make. So, yes, Lawrence is a good player. Yeah, we're mad because you drafted two good players. Again, you drafted two good players. So, again, would you have rather had, and again, Danny and Manny, you can answer this. Would you have rather had Parsons and Downs or Lawrence and Downs? Which combination do you feel would have been more productive and a better outcome for your Dallas Cowboys? That is the question, because you could have kept Parsons last year, and now you've got Downs, and guess what? That is a hell of a tandem. Lawrence is a good player. I don't think he's going to be as good as Parsons was. That's my opinion. All right. Ron, you ready to move on to our pick and roll?
I am ready.
It's time for
Let's hope I got this one right.
and roll.
Wait, it won't select it.
Yeah, you didn't.
Nope, I didn't.
All right.
I didn't get it right.
I like the Sabathia one too with the little box there.
Yeah, it wouldn't.
It wouldn't cut it out.
He kept having a third arm for whatever reason.
Hey, maybe it's the guy in the background.
It would never go away.
All right. Tonight's pick and roll, not what you see there. It is actually MLB pitches that had a 17-win season. We are on episode 17 of season 6, Ducking Questions. With that, these pitchers, Mike Mussina, Phil Niekro, Andy Pettitte, CC Sabathia, Tim Hudson, and David Price all had a 17-win season in their career. We are going to rank them from 6 to 1. I am first tonight. I will start us off with, at number 6 for me was Tim Hudson. 222 wins, 133 losses, 3.49 ERA, 2,080 strikeouts, 4-time All-Star, 1-time champ. He didn't win anything else in between that. I didn't like that. Mike Mussina came in at number 5 for me. 3,000 Yeah, now he's too expensive. 3,562.2 innings pitched, 270 wins, 153 losses, 3.68 ERA with 2,813 strikeouts, 5-time All-Star, 7-time Gold Glove. Put him ahead of Hudson for me. I like those Gold Gloves. At number 4, Phil Niekro. Niekro pitched in
Number 4?
Yeah, 5,404 innings, 318 wins. You know what he's number 4? Because I didn't like the 274 losses. That is a ton of losses. I didn't like that. 3.35 ERA, 3,342 strikeouts, 29 saves, though. 5-time All-Star, 5-time Gold Glove, won an ERA, and he won a Clemente, but no championship. At number 3, Andy Pettitte. Andy Pettitte, 3,316 innings pitched, 266 wins, 153 losses, 3.85 ERA, 2,448 strikeouts, 3-time All-Star, 5 championships, got him to number 3, and he won an ALCS MVP. At number 2, David Price. David Price, believe it or not, I had at number 2. And if this guy had put in more body of work, his numbers were really good. 2,143 innings, 0.2 innings pitched, 157 wins, 82 losses, 3.32 ERA, which was the best of this group, 2,076 strikeouts. That's almost a strikeout an inning. 5 All-Stars. He won a Cy Young. He won 2 ERA titles, and he won a championship. But I put CC Sabathia at number 1. 3,577.1 innings pitched, 251 wins, 161 losses, 3.74 ERA, 3,093 strikeouts, which was second to these guys. 6-time All-Star, won a Cy Young, won a championship, and he won an ALCS MVP. CC Sabathia, number 1 for me.
All right. Number 5, I have Tim Hudson. 3.49, 222 wins, 133 losses, 4-time All-Star, 1 World Series. Really good pitcher, but I don't know. I don't know what happened to him. Like, he just kind of fell off the league. I don't know why. I'm guessing injuries. I don't know. I don't know what it was. He just didn't stop playing.
Yeah, he moved from Oakland to San Francisco, and I think it just didn't work out for him in San Francisco.
Yeah, I guess not. He had a pretty good career. 3.49 isn't bad. You know, especially for the steroid era. Number 4, I have Mike Mussina, one of my favorite pitchers, actually. I liked Mike Mussina. I know you're just grimacing right now because you're just waiting. You're waiting. So Mike Mussina, I have number 4, 270 wins, 153 losses, 3.68 ERA. It was much better with Baltimore. He was dominant with Baltimore. 3,562 innings pitched, 2,800 strikeouts. Later in his career, he learned how to pitch better and more efficiently. So he was less likely to strike people out later. I think he lost a lot of his velocity, and his ERA started to climb up, and then he figured out, okay, this is what I need to do. 5-time All-Star, 7 Gold Gloves, though. I mean, flashing the leather was his thing. Hall of Famer. I'm not sure if he belongs in the Hall of Fame, though.
Yeah, I think, again, typical, they just let guys in.
Yeah. Number 3, I have David Price at number 3, 157 and 82. His numbers are stellar.
Mm-hmm.
just didn't play long enough.
Yeah, that's what I said. If his numbers were,
It's like because
if
when
he pitched longer,
I think he retired because he didn't want to come out of the bullpen. Because
and
when he went to LA, they put him in the bullpen, and he was effective in there too. But I don't think he liked it so much, and he just decided no more. That's it. But I remember the local radio stations. They always poked fun at him because he was so dry when he talked. They would he just talked like this, and
Yeah.
it was always the same thing, and he didn't really change his tone, So they kind of poked fun at him. But I thought he was a great pitcher for the Boston Red Sox and Tampa Bay. So, yeah, number 3 for me. Number 2, I have CC Sabathia. And 251 and 161. I mean, we were talking about him earlier. Like there was the year he got traded to Milwaukee was his awakening in the league in baseball, because he was such a workhorse for Milwaukee, and I remember he was just in like finishing every single game, and he brought Milwaukee to the postseason, and he did exactly what Milwaukee had hoped he would do, and he pitched well in the postseason too. That's the only guy they had.
Agreed.
So then he went to New York and he did it there, and so I've always liked him as for the workhorse that he was. And, 3,000 strikeouts was pretty good. Not many pitchers, post Nolan Ryan was doing that. So, but number 1, I had Phil Niekro. The losses didn't scare me away because he has the most wins with 318. The only guy over 300. And his ERA, 3.35, was better than everybody but David Price.
Yeah, agreed.
So, the innings pitched 5,400, far and away more. So he was in every game. And 3,342 strikeouts, the most on the list. That has to account for something. 5-time All-Star. Only Sabathia had more, but he also won with Gold Gloves too. He had 5 of those. He's won an ERA title, like you said, and the Clemente Award. I don't feel like his career was really noted good enough. And it was probably because he didn't win championships.
Yeah,
and
that's what kind of hurt him. Yeah, but that's what hurt him for me.
Teams. But all the other numbers show me that he was the better player out of all of them. And I like Sabathia, and I liked Mike Mussina, and David Price. I mean,
He would have been, like you said. I think he got in his own head at some point and just turned it.
I think these 5 pitchers were really fantastic.
They were. You do what you want. Next week, we're going to do a pick and roll with Ron making no picks because I'm just going to pick all steroid guys. All right. And with that, Ron, we've got some big news here in Sports Unfolded. We have 2 new members.
According to steroids.
2 new members of the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. Let's congratulate, first and foremost, these gentlemen. Jack Nicklaus at 63%, our first golfer into the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
As well as joining the baseball ranks, Randy Johnson. Randy Johnson, congratulations.
That was close.
Yeah, that one started to turn into a heater.
My boy almost won that.
We've only had 2 pitchers make it in so far. So 2 pitchers have made it in. Him and Nolan Ryan. Yeah, him and Nolan Ryan. That's it. Only 2 pitchers. I mean, if you want to count Babe Ruth. But with that, gentlemen that are out there live, here's your chance to cast your votes for the new members of the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame, or the opportunity to become new members of the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. And for boxing, you can scan this QR code right now. It'll bring you there. We've already got a few votes in.
Oh, really?
Already. Yes. So this is already starting to get interesting. For boxing, you got Oscar De La Hoya, Shane Mosley, Roy Jones Jr., Bernard Hopkins, and Marco Antonio Barrera.
I'm going to go Barrera.
You got the opportunity there to get one of these gentlemen into the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. Scan the QR code. We just got some votes in just now as well.
I just voted. Let's go, Sugar.
Right now, Oscar De La Hoya leading with 40%.
Wrong, Sugar.
5 votes in on that. The NBA, we haven't gotten to the NBA yet. That's probably why it hasn't jumped up. All right. And for the NBA, gentlemen, scan De La Hoya, Manny. All right. Scan this QR code for the NBA. Vince Carter, Ray Allen, Tracy McGrady, Paul Pierce, or Allen Iverson. One of the. This is a real tough one. This is extremely tough.
Not for me.
So cast your votes.
And I didn't go green either.
Whoa. Neither did I, believe it or not. Cast your votes. Help one of these gentlemen get into the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame for May. Scan that QR code. And Hugo's going Tracy McGrady. Manny went De La Hoya for the boxing. Again, those QR codes are still up right now. Shawn Michaels. I don't know what he's done. What is he?
No, that's not a real sport.
Yeah, we're not doing that. We're not doing it. But I will say this. Let's see. Did we get? Yes.
Maybe there'll be a Hall of Fame on Falls Count Anywhere.
Allen Iverson currently leading for the NBA.
Yes.
Allen Iverson. So again, Allen Iverson leading for the NBA.
You know why I voted for him, right?
I don't know.
Because he doesn't need practice.
Because no practice. We ain't talking about a game. Not a game. Not a game. Practice. So again, check those out. They are posted on our pages as well. We'll have those sites up so that you can go if you visit Sports Unfolded on Twitter, or if you visit on Facebook. We'll have those up there as well for you to be able to vote for them. All right, Ron. With that, my friend, it is prediction time, and what a week, Hugo, my friend.
You know what I don't have? Did I not save it?
Hugo winning last week. Hugo got a top 5 driver. You have a top 5 driver. He had number 2. Almost got 2 points. Almost.
Oh, he didn't win the week. He just won the NASCAR.
He picked the top 5 driver. So
yeah, that's good.
So not bad at all.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
So we'll bring that up.
I did have it there.
Our graphics.
Yeah, it's coming.
Grossly overpaid.
Wait, what?
This guy.
We're
gonna get
dude. Go through the proper channels, and maybe that's why. That's the problem.
We're trying to bring it up, Danny. I don't think it did well, Danny.
It's not loading.
Let me see. Yeah. I could probably share my screen. Hold on. Let me bring it up. All right. Let's see. Here. All right. I'll bring this up. All right. Let me see now. All right. Now you're asking a lot. You know this, right?
Yeah. Well, it's not my fault.
All right.
For whatever reason, it's not loading.
All right. Let's see if that works. All right. You got to take the graphic down.
Yes, I know. I'm working on it.
All right. There it is. All right. Last week I went 7-2. Ron 6-3. Manny 4-5. Danny 5-3. Buddy, you did all right. And then you go 5-4, but you did get the NASCAR one correct. So again, you have an opportunity to.
Oh, and it just did it.
And you got an opportunity now to pick. Yeah, tonight. Pick these games. There it is. There it is again. In full color for you. Look at
I
that.
don't know what's going on. There's a full delay,
It's beautiful.
and I got a call from Quebec.
About time they called you up. All right, Ron.
Could
We are
they be
starting.
making a Quebec Nordique team?
We are start. By the way, the Philadelphia 76ers are up.
Oh, should I answer it and put it on?
You should. And then, hi, you're live on Spots.
Oh yes, let's do that. They just hung up just as I was answering it.
All right. So we're starting in the NBA on the 25th tomorrow. You got the Detroit Pistons at the Orlando Magic. Game 3. This series is tied 1-1. I think Detroit figured out their era from losing game 1. They're going to go into Orlando, and I think they take care of business. So I went to the Detroit Pistons here.
I'm trying to check on my
Detroit as well
predictions. Because I don't want to be wrong. I'm gonna go Orlando.
Okay, Orlando at home. Danny's going Magic. Manny's going Detroit. All right. Also tomorrow night, you got the New York Knicks at the Atlanta Hawks. Game 4. Hawks are up 2-1 in this. Your pick, Ron?
Game 4.
I got it, Danny. Orlando Magic. I have it.
I'm going to go Atlanta. I think they're going to win it again.
Hugo's going Atlanta. You went Atlanta. I'm going Knicks here. I think Knicks tie the series. Again, they lost by a point. They figure some things out. One of the best defensive teams in the league.
Sure.
Danny and Manny, who do you have? Knicks at Hawks, game 4, tomorrow night.
Oh, Hugo went Atlanta.
He did go Atlanta.
See, it's not showing it. There it is. Wow, there is something wrong.
Knicks for Danny. Manny's going Knicks as well. All right. Also on the
with Hugo.
Also on the 25th, you got the Denver Nuggets at the Minnesota Timberwolves. Game 4. Minnesota up 2-1 in this one. They go up 3-1, Ron. I'm going Minnesota here. I think they put the how does Danny's funny. It's first time it's cap K, then it's not a capital, like every second time. Hugo's going Minnesota as well.
I'm going Denver, Eric. I think they'll tie up the series.
All right. Danny's going Denver. Manny's going Denver. All right. All right. NHL action tonight, Ron. You got the Edmonton Oilers at the Anaheim Ducks. Game 3. Series
I'm
tied
going
1-1.
Anaheim, Eric.
Did we cover the NHL today? I think we skipped. I don't remember talking about the NHL.
No, we did not.
We skipped it. How the hell did that happen?
So why don't you do that right now? Let's talk about this series.
How did that happen? Oh, I did skip it. I did the crazy stat thing, but I didn't do the actual. It's all right. All right. So I will say this. Ducks are great on the penalty kill.
Yeah.
100%. 60% on the power play. I like what they're doing, but I think the Oilers' experience is going to come to play here. So I went Edmonton.
Yeah. Well, I'm going Anaheim for this game.
Yeah, I've not picked one the same yet. All right.
We haven't picked one the same?
No.
Oh, wow.
So Oilers at Ducks. Quack, quack. Oh, okay. I got a Hugo.
So Danny's picking the Lakers right now.
It's 8 o'clock for us, Danny. Oilers for Manny. Yeah, the Celtics are on right now for us. Danny, do you have a pick for the Oilers at Ducks in the NHL? Oh, what's that collab? This dude all day.
I might just say no because he keeps at it. Send an email.
Danny,
that is the only way we're going to answer you. That's it.
Danny's going Ducks as well. Ron, also in the NHL tonight, you got the Golden Knights, the Vegas Golden Knights at the Utah Mammoth. Who are you taking?
I'm going to take Vegas. I think Vegas is just the better team.
First playoff game in Utah history. They are going to be pumped. I'm going Utah. Going to Mammoth.
It's a Mammoth event for them.
Hugo is going with Utah as well. Ducks fly together. Anaheim Ducks movie. Ducks fly together. Yes, Danny. Thank you. Knights at Mammoth, gentlemen. Who are you taking? Celtic team 18-18. Knights. You go. Oh, Manny's going Knights. Danny's going Vegas as well. All right. One more game in the NHL. Dallas Stars at the Minnesota Wild. Game 4. Dallas up 2-1 in this series. I think the Wild tie it up at home. I'm going Minnesota here.
Yeah, I am as well, Eric. I think they'll come in this game fired up. I think Quinn Hughes has to have a massive game, and I think he's going to come through.
All right. This is a new one. 5 out of 6 difference over Dallas all the way. Danny. All right. Manny's going Dallas as well because they got 2 good draft picks. That's why they went with Dallas. Baseball tonight, the series starts off 2 first-place team. Actually, the Dodgers are in second place right now behind the Padres. So the Chicago Cubs at the Los Angeles Dodgers. Who are you taking?
I'm going to take Los Angeles.
Yeah, I went Dodgers as well. I still think, listen, the much more talent. Believe it or not, though, the Cubs have the same record, almost the same record. Hugo's going Cubs. So it's kind of crazy. The Dodgers, I just assume we're in first. I look, and they're in second place. Padres, all of a sudden. Danny going Dodgers. Manny's going Dodgers as well. All right, we got some Major League Soccer action on the 25th. You got Inter Miami at New England Revolution. Revolution in third place right now.
Yeah, that's probably the best they've been in like a decade, maybe more. But I'm going to go into Miami.
Okay. Hugo's going Revs.
I have no confidence in the Revs' abilities.
I like the fact that Miami's traveling to a cold area. It's going to be like in the 50s. Benefits the Rev. I'm going Revolution here at home.
You know how many times they've played in cold weather their whole careers.
Oh, wait. Hugo went Miami. Make up your mind, Hugo. All right. Hugo's going Miami. Manny's going. Oh, now that scares me because Manny knows soccer. Is going Miami.
Yeah.
I don't know if
this
Danny's going to pick.
This is a very messy situation for you. No, really.
No, I'm not messy. I get it. Oh, look at Joel Embiid sighting. Hey, we've reached 100 messages today. Thank you, Restream. All right, no pick for Danny there. All right, then we're going to NASCAR. Got the Jack Links 500 in Talladega.
So Hugo changed back to the Revs.
Yeah, I put him on. Oh, now he changed back to the Revs? Nope,
Yeah.
pick Revs. Oh, F Miami. Okay. Oh, boy.
It's getting warmer out there.
Hugo.
I don't know why. I don't know.
Very
why.
messy situation, Eric. Here we go, man. It is getting warmer out there. It's going to be in the 50s for that game.
That's
They're coming up
perfect.
from probably the 80s. They're going to be all
Perfect.
cold. All cold. They're not going to want.
They're going to be cold. They're going to be running.
Nope. All right, Jack Links 500 in Talladega, top 5 driver. Who you taking, Ron?
I think I'm going to go with Lord Byron.
William Byron. All right.
Yes.
William Byron for Ron. Just wanted Ryan Byron Karsk. Hugo trying it again. Kyle Larson. Get another one. Danny's going messy. All right, Danny, we got it. Danny for Miami. Okay. Okay, I'm going Tyler Reddick. I'm going with the hot hand here. He's won a ton of races this year. I'm going Reddick. I'm going to try Reddick.
Give you a choice. There's a whole bunch of drivers.
All right, so these are the 3 on the board. If you want to pick one of these, Tyler Reddick, William Byron, or Kyle Larson. Those are the 3 that so far have been thrown out there. If you want to pick one of those, Danny.
Well, the winner for in Vegas, they're saying Ryan Blaney, and then Joey Logano.
Manny's going Reddick.
Austin Cindric, defending winner.
Danny's going Reddick as well. Okay. All right. So that is predictions. Tune in next week, gentlemen. See how you did. You guys have been great, and you're having some good weeks, man. This should be the first interesting week for us because we have a lot of different. Yeah. Well, 7 out of 9. So this should be an interesting week. All right. Ron, with this, it is final thoughts time, and with final thoughts don't necessarily mean it has to be anything sports related. It could be about anything happening in the world today. I am first, so I will start us off with my final thought. I only have one tonight, but I continue to become a bigger fan of Fernando Mendoza. We talked about I was rooting for him after I heard his story in the national championship about his mom and her having MS and in that whole saga. So yesterday, he decided to not attend the draft in Pittsburgh. And the reason why he decided not to do it is because he wanted to make sure his mom could be present and celebrate it with her as his biggest supporter. And I thought about this as me and my wife were talking about it earlier today. If you think about this, sometimes few opportunities in your life, like when you graduate high school to walk across the stage and get your diploma, you don't get a second chance to do it.
Right.
Mendoza will not get another chance to walk on stage and become the number 1 overall pick, hug Adele, do any of that. But because his mom was so important and so critical in his life,
he still might get a chance to hug her.
What I'm saying in front of the studio audience and everything. Yeah, he can stop. But the fact that he chose not to walk across that stage and have that moment that so many number 1 draft picks have had, I just became an even bigger fan of his because it just shows his commitment and loyalty to family and to doing the things that, listen, most kids wouldn't make that decision and say, "Wow, this is the once in a lifetime opportunity." He'd rather be there with his mom. I thought it was phenomenal. Bigger fan of his than ever. I really am hoping for the kid to do well because I just like the personality and what he's shown as a human being.
I'm hoping he doesn't play this year.
Yeah, but I'm saying as a human being, I hope he does well. So great job to Fernando Mendoza. Congratulations on being the number 1 pick and getting to spend it with your mom. I thought that was
absolutely
so critical to him. So
enjoy those times because you don't know when they end.
Yeah.
So my final thought, which I'm still on the predictions graphic.
That's okay. Graphic guy's been a little slow today.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault. It's still on wild for some reason too. What is up with this? I'm getting a little frustrated with the thing. So my final thought is, for many years that we've done Sports Unfolded, I've had one particular player that has been probably my biggest whipping post doing the show, and that is none other than LeBron James. However, I am changing my tune. I am giving LeBron James a lot of credit for what he's doing in the postseason right now. And and it is a big if, he goes on to win the championship, besides Danny being happy, I would actually give credit to LeBron James like I've never done before.
Wow. All right. All right.
And my new whipping post is none other than Kevin Durant. Because now, after his abysmal second half in the last game, where he had 3 points and 5 turnovers in the second half, finishing with 9 turnovers, by the way, he's hurt
again,
mm-hmm. and may not play
game 3.
And I have completely lost any respect that I had for him left, because now it is just, it's all about himself. He doesn't want to put himself out there and face the facts that they might lose with him on the floor. So he'd rather have his team sink.
I know you really want to get some of these comments up, though, because Manny's asking if he does win the chip, would you consider him the GOAT now, Ron?
No, but I'd probably put him in the top 5.
Danny also says, Ron, thank you. Now you're talking. Let's go Lakers.
I'm not rooting for them, Danny. But I am rooting for them to beat the Houston Rockets.
And Manny's KD too busy on Twitter. So
yeah, exactly. So look, the guy doesn't care about his teammates. He really doesn't. Because I'm sorry, we see it all the time, and players in the NBA, most of them have no problem taking the day off. Okay, but I'm watching LeBron going out there doing it without Luka and willing his team to win, and you're watching KD sit on the sidelines sulking and then sprints to the locker room with his hurt knee, his bone bruise. And like I've been saying, a bone bruise, remember Miracle?
Mm-hmm.
You got a bone bruise, and then he asked the trainer, if he plays, will it make the injury worse? No. He's got a bruise on his heart because he has none. He has no heart. He doesn't care about his teammates. He only cares about himself. So KD is now my most hated player in NBA history.
I feel like we just had a Rocky IV moment. And at the end went, if you could change and I could change, then we can all change.
That's right. LeBron has stepped up.
You didn't like LeBron, and LeBron didn't like me. Right? There you go. Look at it. We've changed the world. LeBron James will get credit from Ron if he can win. That is incredible. We've just changed the world, people, in a matter of a couple of hours. Wow. Wow. Ron, well said. Well said. And we'll see. KD's doubtful or out for this game 3. So
who cares?
We will see how that. So with that, our show has ended tonight. I want to thank those that have joined us live tonight. Hugo, Danny, Manny, you guys are always amazing and awesome. Thank you so much for the comments and continue to help us drive. Supposedly we're going to collab with some Weston. But I will say this too. I agree with Manny on the graphic guy is getting a pay cut. So hell of a job there. Thank you to yourself, Danny. Very humble, Danny. Very humble, thanking himself. Thanks to Danny. Thank you, Danny. But again, join us live every Friday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the best sports podcast on the planet, Sports Unfolded. Check us out on all our social media platforms. Don't forget to vote for the new open ballots for the Hall of Fame. So excited. We'll bring those up real quick again if our graphic guy can figure that out.
If it works. Not. I've already clicked it a while ago.
Give you a minute here. Vince Carter, Ray Allen, Tracy McGrady, Paul Pierce, Allen Iverson. This is going to be a tough one. I will tell you right now, we've got votes already coming in. And for boxing, Oscar De La Hoya, Shane Mosley, Roy Jones Jr., Bernard Hopkins, or Marco Antonio Barrera. So get your votes in. This is going to be one of the best ones we've had going so far. Check out the website. You'll see all of the nominees, including the 2 new ones, Randy Johnson and Jack Nicklaus. They are already on the website, inducted into the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. And Danny, he's gonna try to work on that wrestling one for you, Danny. On a different program. So join us next week. Gentlemen, you guys have been great. Those out there, I hope you enjoyed the show and you like it, you share it, you follow it, tell your friends about it. Join us next Friday at 6 p.m. And all we ever ask for at the end of every show is that we finally get peace on earth.
Have a great night, everybody.